All right, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in tonight for the Nightly Sports Call. Go out to Twitter, and Kenny Philibom just tweeted me. He said, just a hunch, Nutting packages the resorts from the mountains with the Pirates and sells to a company like Disney. I don't think the money that he's making, Gene, I don't think he sells, period, unless he's blown away with some kind of deal. You know, that would be just my hunch.
Yeah, I don't know enough about business to weigh in on that.
All right, let's go out to the phone lines, and we're going to go out to Steve. How you doing, Steve?
How you doing? I want to say something. I want to ask you guys a question of what you think. Only thing I keep hearing is Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown. And to me, it takes a team to win, not just three guys. You might as well just say it's Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown, and the defense. And I just want to also ask you, do you think if the Steelers played a 5-receiver route, do you think they would have a higher percentage of scoring? Because they've been scoring really low lately.
You know, I think they need to run the ball more. I think they need a game plan like they had in Kansas City, where Le'Veon Bell was the focal point. I know that might upset Antonio Brown, and now you see it's Martavis Bryant is getting frustrated. You know, I think maybe one of the problems with the Steelers, and I talked about this yesterday with Paul Zeiss, who was on the show, that they might have too many stars and not enough footballs, which could be a problem in the future.
Well, I think, you know, with any team, regardless of your talent, you have to have some balance. You have to be able to do both things. And the Steelers are certainly capable of that. But when you have a running back the quality of Bell, you know, it behooves you to get you know, the ball into his hands a lot, 20 to 30 times a game. And when the Steelers are at their best, that's what happens. You know, when he went out in the first quarter against New England in the championship game, you know, that it was over.
You know, and that your colleague, Gene, Ed Bouchette, told me the other day, and he did a report, insider report for us, that, you know, out of Ben's 14 games where he passed for the most yards, he's only won 3. So he's 3-11 in his top 14 most passing yards produced.
If you look at attempts, you know, look at Ben's record when he throws 40 or more times. It's not very good.
Yeah. So obviously, what works for the Steelers is running the ball more. All right, let's go to Jake in Dormont. How you doing, Jake?
No, I'm Jack.
Jack. Oh, okay, Jack.
Yeah, I'm just going to go off the wall here and say, Mr. Collier, I love your work. I look forward every year to your trike column. And when are you going to bring back the deer or the bear hunting? You used to have the bears versus the hunters every year.
All right, thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thanks for your kind words, Jack. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I used to do a hunters versus bears column every year before day before Thanksgiving, but people got so upset about it, especially the hunters. Really didn't like it. Thought I was making fun of them. And it just got to be more aggravation than it was worth. But thanks for remembering. I had a good time doing it.
Who won, Hunters or the Bears?
The Hunters won every year. The Bears had the longest losing streak in the history of the ecosystem.
All right, back out to the phone lines. Let's go out to Denny out in Strattonville. How you doing, Denny?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Hey, I'll address my question to Gene because he probably maybe has some knowledge on it. Is the fact that Donald Trump
I wouldn't count on it. Go ahead.
Donald Trump, maybe part of his attitude nowadays, he's trying to get even with the NFL because of what happened back when USFL was trying to sue them to play Sundays, and he caused a lot of the USFL owners to lose their shirt. They all went out of business. And the judge gave him $1. He said they were right. They had a gripe about it, but he gave him $1. So that was what happened over it.
All right, thanks, Denny.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to try and psychoanalyze Donald Trump, but yeah, that happened. You're right about that. Also, more recently, he tried to buy the Buffalo Bills. That's just a couple of years ago. I wonder if that had been approved, would things be very different?
Yeah, you might be right. I didn't even think of the USFL thing. I mean, that was a successful league, right, until he wanted to go up against the NFL.
Fall, right.
Yeah, so, I mean, the USFL could have survived longer if they would have kept it to where it was.
Yeah, probably.
All right, we got time for another call. Let's go out to Jack, another Jack in Port City. How you doing, Jack? Jack. Jack, thanks for your call. Jack, you there?
This is Chuck, Port City.
Oh, Chuck. Okay, Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
How you doing, Rich?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Let's talk about Malkin's game he had last night, huh?
I know, 4 points and a goal. Pretty nice.
Oh, wow. What a game. Huh?
Yeah. Yep, and you know what? The Penguins are in Florida right now, and they got another big game coming up against the Panthers. Let's go out to Derek in Pittsburgh. How you doing, Derek?
Good. The question was, who caught that the back of the end zone when there was Ben flew to him? Did he catch it or did he drop it?
Was he talking about Antonio Brown's catch? I don't know what you're talking about, but thanks for calling, Derek. Yeah, the Steelers have a big one this Sunday against the Bengals. I like the Steelers to win this game. Gene?
Yep.
All right. We both like the Steelers to win this game. We also like when we have to go to break, and that's what we're going to do right now. Back in a couple minutes.